Hello, peace and beautiful blessings. Welcome back. I'm Giovanna, the spiritual love healer. And today is all about expansion, 21 days of expansion. So I recently uploaded a video from my podcast where I was talking about the 21 days of expansion journey. And basically what that is that I committed to doing certain things in my life in order to reach a particular goal, in order to expand or whatever. And it changed my life, those 21 days of me committing to showing up. And so this past week, I started my second 21 days of expansion journey now that life has settled down and I have a bit more space and ease within my schedule. And so this time around, I only am focusing on two things. That is body movement. So for me, body movement is a better word than working out. Don't know why. It does work for me. So that's what I choose. So a daily body movement practice and marketing my business. Super simple. That's it. And it's been working really well. I have committed to my body movement practice every day this week, except for one day. And that was just because I had a very late day and just could not get it in before the clock struck 12. And that's okay, because even though that day, like I was still active and moving around, I just didn't have that intentional practice. So I chose not to count it. And this 21 days is not about perfection. It's about like showing up. Right. And I usually give myself the first week to test things out. How's it go? What challenges came up? What was I telling myself? What excuses was I using? So it's kind of like a 7-day lead to be like, okay, so I know these are the things, the obstacles that I have, whether it's external or internal, and this is my plan of action around these things. And so doing that really helped, because then it's like, nope, like I have all of my weights, my yoga mat, everything is out. So I have to walk around it. I have to walk by it every single day. And it makes it easier for me just to get on my mat and do my body movement practice. So my body movement consists of either walking, yoga, any type of fitness program. I have a lot of different fitness programs. So, lifting, just whatever it is to move my body and get in the habit of that. So that's been going really well. I'm feeling really proud of myself. I've been doing full body circuits. I did some wall Pilates. Woo. That is intense. Intense. I was not prepared, but I really like it because it's intense. It gets the job done. So I think I'm going to do more of their more wall Pilates for core exercises. And then I've been doing a lot of lifting of light weights just to strengthen my shoulders and my arms, because I'm a massage therapist and I need to be strong. I need to stay healthy and take great care of my body. And I want to be healthy inside and out. I want to be well inside and out. So the same way that I'm taking care of my soul and my mind is the same way that I desire to take care of my body. So body movement is something that's really important to me. I've been drinking a ton of water. I try to drink half my weight in water, and that seems to work really well for me. So I have this that I fill up. I try to drink like 6 of these a day. And then I have my big one that I can drink like, I think 2 or 4 of those, like 2.5 to 3 of those. And that satisfies my daily intake, because we need water in our bodies. We're made of water. It helps to flush out all things and just keeps our systems fluid. And another thing with moving our bodies is that the older we get, the less fluid our body has, right? Things start to get stiff. And so there's this saying that motion is lotion. So the more that we move our body, the more our joints continue to stay flexible, the stronger that we become. And that's why you're seeing more and more people online, as far as like fitness accounts, talking about mobility, being able to do squats is like a very important thing for our body. So just, having knee strength, rehabilitating knees. I was a athlete. I ran track for decades, and so my knees they don't do like they used to do back in the day sometimes. So that's another area that I really would like to focus on, is like building up strength in my knees. And it's just simply that over the time I wasn't using my body in the same way. I gained weight, a lot of weight, from both of my pregnancies, and once you reach a certain age, it don't fall off the way it used to. So I'm just being more conscious about tending to my health so far. So for me, like really committing to body movement practice is absolutely number one. The next phase of that is going to be focusing on my diet. And one of the things that I did, I want to say a year or so ago, was keeping a food diary. And all that was like, what was I consuming on a daily basis? That in itself was extremely eye-opening. And then the second thing I did was I stuck to whatever caloric intake my body needed to reach my goals. I didn't try to eliminate foods. I didn't try to like eat a particular diet. All I did was drink water and stayed within my caloric intake. That in itself does wonders, right? When you're staying within your caloric intake. Most of the time we're overeating, because if you're going to, even a Chipotle bowl has like what, 1,800, maybe 2,000 calories. That's like a full day's worth of food. So if you eat a bowl for Chipotle for lunch, and then dinner you eat something else, and you had something, like, we're constantly consuming more calories than our body is burning, because after that we're either sitting at a desk all day or we're just not as active. So those are some things that I noticed in my own journey. So I'm just taking these steps and then building upon each step until I have a better handle on all of these things. And then I'm just living this healthy and well lifestyle that I've been desiring to live for so long, but just not in the right headspace, didn't have the right discipline to really adhere to it. And I don't know if it was last year or whenever, but I posted a video that talked about the spiritual side of like being physically fit. So I look at it like, our bodies hold trauma, and sometimes holding on to weight or resistance to working out is rooted in trauma. I talked about a lot of things. I know for myself personally where some of that comes from, and where most of my weight tends to land and sit and likes to stay. And so our physical container has to expand and elevate in order for it to, grow along with our soul, to hold our spirit. And so I've done all of the internal work, all the spiritual work, and it's just like, you can't expand beyond that if you're physically not able to hold that essence, if that makes sense. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing. And then the other component of that is my business. So I opened the Kulture Spa, which is my healing and massage practice, literally flying by the seat of my pants. I was not intending on opening so soon, but that's just the way the cookie crumbled. And what I envision for my business is really to have a holistic healing, meaning mind, body, soul, holistic healing and spiritual wellness center where people can come and receive energy healing, massage therapy, coaching, readings, mindfulness practices. I am also working on my yoga teacher training as well as breathwork certifications. I want to be able to do those things, EFT tapping, hold like workshops and classes and just all of these different things in order to just help people heal, to help them feel better in their body, in their mind, in their soul. So that's what I've been doing. I also specialize in like lymphatic and prenatal massage. So there are those like pathways as well. I always do so many things. It's never just like one thing that I stick to. I have all of these gifts and talents and people that I want to help and serve, and it complicates things sometimes, but it is who I am. And I have found that when I try to isolate or segment my gifts or things like that, it does not work well for me. So yeah, so I've been posting on, Instagram and my Facebook page about my business and just being very diligent about showing up, being committed to having the successful business that I envision. And I have a lot of beautiful people who trust me to be their therapist, be their healer, as well as amazing people who are helping me stay accountable, to show up, and are teaching me things about business. I've had a business in the past, and so basically what I'm doing is merging all of these different brands that I've created over the time and giving them a home. So the Spiritual Love Healer, I will still be doing like coaching and talking about love and relationships and Spiritual Love Tarot. Shamanic Money Priestess stuff, where I was talking about healing around money, manifesting money, that's going to be woven in there. Just all of the things that I have done, I'm just doing them and just putting it in my business. There's so many steps. I'm looking into contracting with insurance companies just to make my services more accessible, especially for massage. I doubt that any of the other services, as far as like energy healing, crystal healing, stuff like that, would be covered. Possibly, maybe coaching, possibly. I don't know. But I know definitely for massage therapy, therapeutic massage is covered under some insurances. So if someone wants to come in for lymphatic or prenatal or just a therapeutic massage session because they had whiplash or whatever, their doctor recommended it, they can come see me. So I'm working on that. Lots of things are going on. I'm still just really, really grateful. One of the things that I've learned over the past few weeks is that sometimes things happen to create space for us to focus, to create, to manifest, to breathe, to create the change that we want in our lives. And so when, we initially encountered this situation, I kind of panicked because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And actually how it happened for me was getting injured. I'll talk about that later, but I'll talk about that later. And so I couldn't work. And so because I could not work, and I had literally wrote down on a sticky note, I can't find it, but it was one of these yellow stickies. I was like, I desire some space, some ease. I was like, I don't want to work for anyone else as a massage therapist. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want to start my own business. And I wound up getting injured due to negligence. Thank God it was not serious. I'm still like rehabilitating my arm. My muscles are still very tight. Like, I need a massage myself. But anyways, and then I was just like, man, thinking about all the things that led up to this situation, and I was writing in my journal. And this is why I'm such a huge advocate on journaling. Journaling gives me so much insight and clarity. I look at it as, oftentimes for me, it'll start out as me like just writing out all the negative blah 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 blah, and then usually spirit, my higher self, will take over, and it'll be like, this is why this is happening. So writing for me is a very is channeling. I channel very well through writing. And so what I did was like, I would just write all these questions like, well, why did this happen? And what am I supposed to do now? And why did I put myself in this situation? Well, so I'm just writing out all of these thoughts that are in my head that are just swirling around. And then it's like, well, so you can focus on your business. Like, this is the time that you needed, number one, to rest, to take care of your body, to take care of home, and to build your dream. Like, we gave you the space to do that. And it was like, well, I'm finna go hard then. And that's what I have committed to doing. And I'm super proud of myself. I love that I'm integrating all of my gifts and skills into that. There's a lot of services I want to offer, but I'm trying to be very mindful that I don't overload my menu. And then on top of that, I'm working on, I have a chakra healing session. I want to incorporate readings as well, but kind of tie it into wellness. So I found in one of my old tarot journals this chakra wellness spread that I put together. So I might do a test reading with that spread because I haven't used it in a while. I have to find it. My tarot journals are under my desk. But yeah, everything is coming together in the most beautiful way that I could not have imagined possible. Becoming a massage therapist, I started thinking about becoming a massage therapist back in 2017. I want to say it might have even been earlier than that. In one of my old planners, I used the law of attraction planner so I can put a vision board in my planner. I had found a little picture of a massage license and printed it out and put my name on it and put it in my planner. And then a few years later, or several years, I forget, here I am, a licensed massage therapist, because I always had the vision of creating a holistic healing center. I want it to be a place where people come. I want to be able to have retreats and just do all these amazing things. So who knows where this will lead, but I'm excited and grateful and honored and blessed that I am a healer, that I can help people alchemize pain, trauma, loss, grief, and just process things that they've been through. I've toyed around with the idea of getting licensure as a therapist as well, like a mental health therapist or some sort of counselor, clinician. I think that would be very supportive in my work, because one of the things that I have noticed is that a lot of people, and I think just people in general, have trauma, but people that tend to flock to me have experienced trauma in the ways that I have experienced trauma, which is one of the reasons why I even started doing any of the healing work that I've done, was because I was my first client and I was able to get myself through some horrific shit time and time again, unfortunately, but fortunately. And I'm a healer, and I have a variety of ways in which I heal. To me, even reading tarot is healing for people when I am able to deliver a message that helps them get clarity, that brings them hope, that brings them peace, wisdom, or understanding. That is healing as well. So that's why the spiritual love healer will always be who I am, because I am a heart-centered person. I'm all about love in the sense that it is divine, that it is spiritual, and healing. And I just do that in a variety of ways. So that's it. I'm just rambling today. I will make sure the 21 Days of Expansion podcast episode is up. And there are so many other episodes that I need to because I got a lot to say. So more episodes of the Abundantly Ever After show will be coming soon. And I also want to talk about just all the things. So if there's something you want to hear, please let me know. All of my information is below in the description. As far as readings and energy healings, coaching, things like that, you can still book those sessions with me. I am still doing those virtually. So yeah, just tap in and let me support you in your journey to healing and living abundantly ever after. Peace.